Hello everyone, I am Shruti Chakraborty from B.Ed second semester of Siliguri Tarai B.Ed College, and I am here to present an online class. I would like to start the class with a quote, which is, "A teacher can kindle your mind and let you memorize knowledge, but true education is often self-education." On that note, I'll be teaching or explaining rather today a poem which is known by the title The Heart of a Tree, and it is from class 9th syllabus. So the poem that we are doing today is a nature poem. It is about the beauty or the satisfaction that one gets while planting a tree. The poem comments on the advantages of planting a tree. It begins with an important question, and this question is repeated again and again in the poem itself, in every stanza. And it asks the reader, the question which is there, it asks the reader, what does the planting of a tree signify? And this question is raised again and again because it is a rhetorical question, and it shows that why planting trees are very important in our life. Moving on, the poet emphasizes that when a tree is planted, the sun, the sky and the breeze all together, they form a kind of bond which is like friendship, as the sun shares its warmth, the sky shares its brightness, the wind or the breeze, it provides coolness or the perfect atmosphere in which the sapling can turn into a fully fledged tree. Next, the poet talks about the sound which is created by the surrounding in which we live. For example, there is the sound of the breeze which rustles the leaves, the crooning of the mother bird to the young ones, and also the sound of other creatures which together, it feels as if we are hearing some melodious harmony, or it is actually like, to put under quotation from the poem, the treble of harmony. The poet then gives us a detailed information about the benefits of the tree. So the tree not just provides us with oxygen, which is a life-saving need that we humans require, and also it provides us with food and timber or wood, and it acts as a home for the birds. The poet has personified the tree by calling it as a friend. He has also used different literary devices. For example, there is a metaphor like hushed and happy twilight, also alliteration in the line "in hushed and happy twilight heard" in the first stanza itself. So this is all about the first stanza. Next, moving on to the second stanza, the poet continues to describe the benefits of planting a tree. He says that plants give us cool shade and ensures that there is no dry spell or there is plenty of rainfall, as the trees are the element of bringing about of rain. The planting of a new sapling, when we plant a new sapling, it is very significant because plants are living things. So the poet says that when we plant a new sapling, it is significant because it marks the birth of a new life, and it is also important because it replaces the withered one or the aged one. Now, trees are like the legacy or the tradition of forest. Like, there are certain people we look up to as our legacies, or an idol. Okay, but in the tree or the forest, each tree or each sapling sets a new legacy or a new tradition in the forest. For example, trees are like the legacy or the tradition which continues even after one dies. It is the future of the forest, just like one generation surpasses the other. That's exactly what I said. So, a tree, the whole cycle of the tree is, first a sapling is planted into the soil. It grows, it becomes a young plant, then it becomes an adult plant, and finally it grows into a tree. And the cycle does not stop there. The cycle continues because the tree finally one day it matures and it dies. And the dead remains of the tree, it goes in the soil, and the microorganisms, they decompose it, and it acts as a support or a life supporter in the form of manure, and it helps in the growth of new plants. Now let's move on to the final stanza or the third stanza of the poem. Here the poet refers that the sapling is a thing which infuses into the soil just like a heart pumps blood into the whole body. So it is that significant, as the heart in a human body is, the first source of life. Similarly, when a planter or when we sow a sapling or a seed, it acts as a first stage of initiating life. The heart is the source of life as it pumps blood throughout the human body. Similarly, the person, here the poet denotes that the person who plants a tree, he believes in the growth of mankind and his nation. This particular topic, we often forget that the trees are so beneficial for us, and without even giving it a thought or so, we either go it is a very saddening factor that deforestation takes place, or there is a forest fire, or there are different things, how a forest cover is totally depleted. Forest cover is depleted to make new houses, to ensure accommodation due to the rise in population, and the list can just go on. So it is just never stopping. Here the poet is trying to bring about the environmental or the ecological importance of trees in our day-to-day life. The tree is symbolic of bringing peace and prosperity in the world. Thus, the poet ends by saying this, that the person who plants a sapling does it out of the hope for growth and transformation in the nation. So, when a person, if I plant a tree, if I plant a sapling, I'll always expect that the plant will someday grow, and it will give some kind of benefit for either for me or for my neighbor, or as a whole for the nation. Because if trees gets depleted so rapidly, there will be so much of carbon dioxide that we won't be even able to breathe properly. So this is a very burning issue to save trees and to save our environment. The poem was written many years ago, when there was no concern towards the environment, and the main message of the poem that trees are an important aspect of our ecological growth and environmental well-being and balance. The poet is right, when he emphasizes that one who plants a trees, if I am planting a tree, I am not just planting a mere tree, or just the act of planting a tree or a sapling, but I am also planting beauty, also peace, shade for others, harmony for the society, and good values. So it's not just that I have to plant a tree for the sake of showing the world, so I'm planting a tree. It's not like that. It is, the act, it has to come from within you, that you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your neighbor, you're doing it for the nation. It's not just mere planting of a sapling. Trees are so beneficial and so important for us that we have to save them at any cost. On that note, I'll be ending my online class. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day ahead.